Baton Rouge is one stop on a national tour to showcase the power of broadband and smart connected devices and how they can make our lives easier. So for instance, right now, the average home has about 10 data connected devices. These are laptops, your computers, your smartphones, but by 2020 it's expected that the average home will have 50 of those devices. And they're going to make our lives so much easier. It's going to help us be more safer, it'll help us be more organized, it'll help life be more convenient. So really we're showcasing just what the home of the future looks like. Today is all about what kind of devices are going to be out there a year from now or 5 years from now to make our lives easier. So we're just excited to be able to be a part of this tour and showcase what the home of the future will look like. Today, the home is powered by our Gigablast internet service. It's our super fast internet. And then we have more than 60 Wi-Fi connected devices in this home, anywhere from cooking to home automation and security to home health to even a plant that you can use your cell phone to water your plant while you're away from home. Gigablast is just super fast. It's super fast internet, and the internet is powering everything in this home. We also in this home have panoramic Wi-Fi, which is wall-to-wall, super fast Wi-Fi with no dead zones. So this super strong broadband connection in the home with this great Wi-Fi enabling device is powering all of these devices to make people's lives easier, safer, and more efficient.
I'm in here showing how COX high-speed internet can make your life so much easier in the kitchen. This is one place that a lot of people don't think about using Wi-Fi enabled devices, but there's actually so many appliances available now, and utilizing Wi-Fi is a safer and easier way to cook in the kitchen. So at my house, I have all Wi-Fi enabled appliances, from my refrigerator to my dishwasher to my oven, and I can check on my phone that's connected to the internet at any time to make sure I didn't leave my oven on or make sure there isn't a leak in my dishwasher, making it safer and easier when I'm on the road and traveling to make sure everything at home is still looking good. Here today I have some appliances that anyone can add to their kitchen at any time. So I have a Wi-Fi enabled crock pot. Everybody loves their crock pot, but a lot of times you're gone for longer than 6 to 8 hours in a day, and that's how long you need to cook your recipe. And so the great thing about this is you can go on your phone, your crock pot is at home connected to your COX high-speed internet, and you can change the setting to warm or turn off your crock pot completely, all from your phone that's connected to the internet. We also have a Wi-Fi enabled coffee maker, and for me, I need my coffee on demand, and the great thing about this coffee maker is as soon as you turn your alarm off on your smartphone in the morning, you can also hit go on your coffee maker, and your coffee will be made before you ever get out of bed. So I love that feature. We also have a Wi-Fi enabled sous vide. So sous vide cooking is new to the home, but it's been used in restaurants for years. You vacuum seal your food and then you cook it in a water bath at a precise temperature, which can be controlled from anywhere because the sous vide is connected to the COX high-speed internet, so you can change the temperature or turn on or off the sous vide when you're anywhere on your phone, tablet, or computer. The Wi-Fi enabled devices in the kitchen are so easy to use. They're just like the devices that you're already used to using. They're the same appliances, just with the added feature of the Wi-Fi. And so you connect once and then it's connected to the Wi-Fi in your home, your COX high-speed internet all the time. And then all you have to do is download the app on your phone and you're able to control it from anywhere. I have Amazon Show in here, and it's the newest version of an Echo or a Dot, but it has a screen on it. So you can actually watch me cook while you're cooking at home. I have over 200 of my recipes on videos on my YouTube channel that you can pull up just by asking Alexa to pull up my YouTube channel, and then you can actually watch me cook the recipes while you're cooking them in the kitchen. I also have my own app on Alexa, so any Alexa device, whether it's an Echo, a Dot, or a Show, you can say enable the Whitney Bond recipe search and then ask it to make any of the recipes on my blog. Today I'm making a green chili queso dip that's always a huge hit in the Wi-Fi enabled crock pot. So you could say, Alexa, ask Whitney Bond how to make green chili queso dip. She'll list the ingredients for you in the first step, and whenever you're ready for the next step, you just say, ask Whitney Bond for the next step. And it's a super easy, hands-free way to cook in the kitchen and follow the recipe without ever having to actually open your smartphone or a tablet.
I'm demonstrating how I rely on high-speed internet for all aspects of my professional work as a violinist. So one of the things that I really enjoy doing is teaching students over Skype to wherever they are in other states and other countries. And so, for example, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be doing a lesson with a student in North Carolina. And sometimes it's extra special when there's a student who just doesn't have access to teachers, or if they're in, for example, I have a student in Canada who says she lives in the middle of nowhere, and she and her parents hadn't been able to find a teacher for the stuff that she wanted to learn on violin. And so when she had been following my social media, when I announced that I was going to start teaching, then she reached out right away, and now I've been teaching her for 2 years already, and I see her almost every week. So really, really convenient that way. One of the other things that I get to do relying on high-speed internet is if a client needs me to record violin on a pop track or an orchestral track, I can just record all of that from my home studio, upload all the recordings and the files to the cloud-based servers, and then the client can review them. If I need to make any revisions, I could do it right then and there, instead of having to travel to the studio every time and going back and forth like that. So it's very, very convenient.
And what are some of the musicians that you've worked with on tracks you've been on?
I guess the main one would be Madonna. So I've been playing with her for about 5 years, and went on a world tour with her called the MDNA World Tour. So she's like the main boss. Other than that, a lot of the stuff I do is just kind of on my own, in terms of composing, trying to do film scoring, and just independent. It's great working with COX. I've been doing a couple of different smart home events with them, and I live in LA, and I wish that I did have COX in my area. They have it just south of me in Orange County in San Diego, but hopefully one day.
I'm showing off the digital library, which is the library you can access from home 24/7. Streaming audio books, ebooks, science, 3D modeling, just all kinds of things, anything you can imagine, online courses.
And how would that integrate into a smart home of the future?
Well, it's all accessible from anywhere you can get the internet, so it's really mobile, so you don't even have to come into the library. All you need is a library card. But it's great for homework or for entertainment, or even just casual reading. We can do it from home. So with this one we showed you Gale Science Interactive. It's completely 3D, and you can twizzle it and look around as you saw. And we can actually print it for you at the library. We have a 3D printing service, so you can actually get your hands on the models. It's mostly used by high school students, but definitely nursing students could get a lot out of it as well for the biology aspects.
So right now what I'm doing is 3D printing a bow tie, because I don't have a tie of my own right now, but the great thing about 3D printing in general is if you need something, so say something breaks around your house, or you have a potted plant holder that you need to reproduce because you have a whole bunch more plants, you can just 3D print them. There's all sorts of things that people have uploaded to the internet. So we have this universe of things that can be downloaded and recreated a little bit so that they can be used in your home. And even if you don't have the knowledge of computer-aided design, there's lots of different things that are already there that have already been designed. And if you want to learn, there's a lot of different programs online, one being Tinkercad, which is color-coded, it's based in geometry, it's targeted to kids, so anybody can learn it. This one right here is made out of plastic, but this particular printer also does a wood plastic infusion. It also does metal and plastic. It also does food-safe plastic, silk, and nylon. Bow tie will take me about an hour and a half. Something larger, like one of these COX Smart Home models here, is about 8 hours. So it depends on the model and how dense it is, but it's getting there. But the biggest thing that I've ever printed so far is this skull.
It's like a child's eye.
This was like 34 hours of printing, and it came out in a couple of different pieces. Yeah, this came out as a couple of pieces, and then we put it together. But it's a jet turbine engine, so you can actually show a kid what the inside of this looks like. There's another cool thing that I printed a long time ago that was like a transmission. So, really showing kids hands-on how certain engineering, science, and math things work.
So what we're doing today is we're showing an example of in-home monitoring, and our patients are able to see better health care in the comfort of their own home. I work for a company called Trapalo, and Trapalo is a COX business company. So what Trapalo does is we help provide the implementation, the design, and the management for logistics and a call center for managing devices in a patient's home. In our example today, we have state-of-the-art technology from some of our healthcare partners. So our healthcare partners are hospitals, home health agencies, and even payers. And in our example today, Mary is our patient. She has heart failure. And heart failure, there's actually 6 million patients in the nation, costing us about $30 billion. So what Mary's doing is she's taking her vital signs. And her vital signs are requested by the hospital, by her doctor, her physician. And in this case, we're looking at her blood oxygen, her blood pressure, and her weight. And what's happening is our healthcare partners are using these state-of-the-art devices. Data is being transmitted to our clients through COX high-speed internet, and then the data is being received by those clients. What's happening is our physicians set up parameters. So the physician would set up parameters for Mary's disease condition, and if she goes outside of those parameters, then there's going to be an engagement that's going to happen. There's going to be an alert on the clinical side. And in this case, the nurse has asked Mary to give her a call.
Hi, Mary. How are you feeling today?
Good morning, Dr. Spooner. I'm okay. I'm a little tired, a little groggy today.
I'm sorry to hear that. Your nurse brought to my attention that you were having some higher than normal readings, so I wanted to check in with you.
Thanks, I really appreciate that.
Are your hands or your feet swollen?
My feet are a little swollen.
Okay. Did you eat out last night or have any salty foods?
I did go out for Mexican food last night, and we had a lot of chips and salsa. It was really good.
Well, that's okay. It's probably the extra salt that has you feeling that way. So just for today, we're going to watch your salt intake, okay? Just be sure to take all of your pills as well, and that should get you feeling back to normal, okay? Now, if your readings continue to be high, I'll check back in with you, but please don't hesitate to call us if you don't start feeling better, okay?
I sure will, thank you.
All right, thanks, Mary. I hope you start feeling better soon and have a great day.
Thanks so much, you too. Bye.
Our healthcare clients include hospitals, home health agencies, and even payers. And those partners are using state-of-the-art technology, as we have examples of devices here today, medical devices. They take readings. The technology itself is then transmitted to those healthcare partners. The healthcare partners on their end, they're looking for parameters and exceptions where we go outside of the readings. What Trapalo is doing is we're actually helping those patients and supporting our patients to educate them and learn how to use these medical devices. And that's the important part, especially if we have a geriatric patient home from the hospital, they're sick, they're not feeling well, they need that customer support to be able to learn how to use those devices and continue to use them properly. It ranges from weight scales, blood pressure, blood oxygen, there's even inhalers for COPD patients. We might be doing different things like the oximeters, the glucometers for diabetes patients, and there's a number of other devices that are out there in the industry. We actually have clients that even use activity of daily living tracking, so things like the PERS device, the personal emergency response devices, the fall buttons where they've fallen and alert. We even have clients that are using, as I referred to, activities of daily living, tracking a mattress, tracking toilet flushes, tracking refrigerator doors opening, and monitoring movement within the home. All of this comes through in algorithms so that we can see if the patient's patterns are changing and know if there's a problem. Perfect example with the toilet flushes is we might be getting a urinary tract infection or a bladder infection, and that way the clinician is alerted to it ahead of time, again, saving that patient from a potential fall and a hospitalization. You can always get more information from your physician and from your healthcare provider. They would really be the ones that are going to establish what type of monitoring you could use as a patient in the home.